Anne Frank. Born in 1929, Anne was an ordinary girl in extraordinary times. Her diary, a gift for her 13th birthday, became her voice for generations. Anne's diary offers a glimpse into the life of a young Jewish girl under Nazi occupation. Her words paint a vivid picture of life in hiding, the fear and the dreams that flickered amidst the darkness. More than a historical document, the diary of a young girl transcends time, reminding us of the indomitable spirit of humanity. Anne's story, penned within the pages of a simple diary, has touched millions worldwide. Her legacy is a testament to resilience and hope. To understand Anne's story, we must step back to the 1930s. Europe was in turmoil, with economic depression and the rise of fascism. In Germany, Hitler and the Nazi Party were gaining power, spreading hateful ideology. Jews faced increasing persecution and discrimination. Anne's family, like many others, felt the growing pressure. Anti-Semitic laws stripped away their rights and freedoms. Jewish children were expelled from schools, businesses were boycotted, and fear permeated everyday life. The world Anne knew was crumbling around her. In 1933, the Frank family fled Germany, seeking refuge in Amsterdam. For a time, there was a semblance of normalcy. Anne and her sister attended school, and their parents worked to rebuild their lives. However, in 1940, the Nazi regime invaded the Netherlands, shattering the fragile peace. The persecution of Jews resumed with terrifying speed. Discriminatory laws forced Jews to wear yellow stars and barred them from public spaces. The hope of safety was short-lived. The shadow of war loomed large over their lives. Against this backdrop, Anne received her diary. This simple notebook became a window into one of history's darkest chapters. Anne documented the realities of life in hiding, her thoughts and emotions laid bare. Her words remind us of the power of hope, even in unimaginable darkness. Through Anne's eyes, we witness the horrors of war through the lens of a young girl. Her diary is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Anneliese Marie Frank, known as Anne, was born in Frankfurt, Germany, on June 12, 1929. She was a bright and curious child, full of life and laughter. Anne's early years were spent in a comfortable middle-class neighborhood. Her father, Otto Frank, instilled in Anne a love for books and learning. Her mother, Edith Frank, was dedicated to her family's well-being. Anne was particularly close to her older sister, Margot. Together, they navigated the joys and challenges of childhood. The Frank family considered themselves thoroughly German. Anne attended a Montessori school, where her love for learning flourished. She excelled in her studies, displaying a talent for writing and storytelling. Even at a young age, Anne possessed a vivid imagination. Life in Frankfurt was filled with simple pleasures. The idyllic world of Anne's childhood was shattered by the rise of the Nazi Party. Anti-Semitism began to permeate every aspect of society. Discriminatory laws targeted Jews, stripping them of their rights. Jewish businesses were boycotted, and children were expelled from schools. The Franks, like many Jewish families, lived under a cloud of fear. In 1933, the Franks fled Germany, seeking refuge in Amsterdam. Amsterdam offered a glimmer of hope with its reputation for tolerance. The Franks were determined to create a new life. Anne adapted quickly, learning Dutch and making new friends. Otto Frank started a new business, specializing in spices and pectin. Edith Frank focused on creating a warm home. The Franks worked tirelessly to establish themselves in Amsterdam. They clung to the belief that the darkness engulfing Europe would dissipate. Anne's natural resilience shone through in her new surroundings. Despite the upheaval, Anne's love for learning never wavered. She attended the 6th Montessori school in Amsterdam. Anne excelled in languages, particularly Dutch and English. Her notebooks were filled with stories, poems, and plays. Anne was an avid reader, enjoying history, mythology, and stories about strong women. Her love for reading provided an escape from harsh realities. Anne's diary entries reflected her literary influences. Her writing style evolved and matured over time. Anne's social life blossomed in Amsterdam. She made a close circle of friends and enjoyed spending time with them. Anne's energy and zest for life made her popular among peers. She was a loyal and compassionate friend. Despite the semblance of normalcy, the shadow of war loomed large. In May 1940, the Nazi regime invaded the Netherlands. The persecution of Jews resumed with renewed ferocity. Discriminatory laws relegated Jews to the margins of society. Anne was forced to wear a yellow star, a symbol of segregation. She was banned from public places, her world shrinking daily. Jewish children were expelled from public schools. The carefree days of her childhood were over. The Franks watched with growing apprehension. The threat of deportation loomed large. Otto Frank began to make preparations for their survival. In 1942, the Nazi grip on Amsterdam tightened. Deportations of Jews became a terrifying reality. The Franks faced a stark choice: await their uncertain destiny or vanish from sight. Otto Frank had been preparing a secret refuge within the annex of his business premises. This cramped space, later known as the Secret Annex, became their sanctuary. On July 6, 1942, the Frank family, along with 4 others, disappeared behind the bookcase door. They stepped into a world of whispers, shadows, and perpetual fear. The act of hiding was a constant reminder of the danger outside. Each creaking floorboard carried the weight of their precarious existence. Life in the Secret Annex was a stark contrast to the world they left behind. Confined to cramped quarters, the 8 souls shared a single bathroom and limited food rations. Days were structured around a strict schedule to avoid detection. Anne describes the routines: waking up early, sharing meager meals, and attending to lessons. Despite the hardships, they strived to maintain normalcy. They celebrated birthdays in hushed tones and marked holidays with improvised traditions. Anne's diary captures the resilience of the human spirit. She wrote about her dreams of a future free from fear. Her words serve as a testament to the strength found in human connection. Living in close quarters led to friction and tension. Personalities clashed and frustrations simmered. Anne navigated the complexities of relationships within the annex. Her diary offers an unfiltered glimpse into the dynamics between the inhabitants. She wrote about her changing relationships with her mother and sister. The annex became a microcosm of human interaction. Anne's diary captures the complexities of these relationships. Even in adversity, human nature persists. Anne's diary became her lifeline amidst fear and uncertainty. It was her confidant and outlet for emotions. In her tiny bedroom, Anne poured her heart onto the pages. She wrote about her fears, hopes, dreams, and frustrations. Her diary entries are a testament to the power of the written word. Anne's writing revealed a keen observer of human nature. She wrote about the mundane details of their daily existence. Her diary offers a window into a hidden world. it is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Anne's diary became her most trusted companion. Her early entries documented everyday occurrences and her longing for the outside world. The diary served as a sounding board for her unfiltered thoughts. As months turned into years, her writing matured. Her prose took on depth and introspection. Anne grappled with complex themes: identity, freedom, and humanity. Her diary became a canvas for her intellect. Anne's voice grew bolder and more confident. She wrote with candor and honesty. Her diary entries became insightful reflections on the human condition. Anne's voice found its power in the written word. The Secret Annex became the crucible for Anne's metamorphosis. She experienced the transition from girlhood to young womanhood. Her diary entries offer a glimpse into this transformation. Anne documented her changing relationships with her family. She wrote about her frustrations with her mother and admiration for her father. The tensions of living in close quarters tested their patience. Anne's awareness of the opposite sex unfolded within the annex. Her relationship with Peter Van Pels blossomed into a tender connection. Anne's diary documented the excitement and vulnerability of first love. Even in darkness, the human heart seeks connection and intimacy. Section 3. The Power of Perspective: Finding Beauty in Darkness. Despite the hardships and anxieties of life in hiding, Anne Frank possessed a remarkable capacity for finding beauty and wonder in the mundane. Her diary entries were punctuated by moments of joy, humor, and an unyielding appreciation for the natural world. She wrote with delight about simple pleasures: a sliver of blue sky glimpsed through the attic window, the blossoming chestnut tree visible from her hiding place, the sound of birdsong filtering through the rafters. Anne's words painted vivid pictures of these small wonders, revealing a spirit determined to find light amidst the darkness. She found solace in books, escaping into worlds of imagination and adventure. She wrote passionately about her favorite authors and characters, finding inspiration in their stories of courage, resilience, and the power of the human spirit. Anne's ability to find beauty in unexpected places was a testament to her resilience and her unwavering belief in the inherent goodness of life. Her diary entries served as a reminder that even in the face of unimaginable adversity, the human spirit has the capacity to find hope, meaning, and even moments of joy. Section 4. A Dialogue with Self-Questions, Doubts, and Dreams. Anne Frank's diary was more than just a chronicle of her life in hiding. It was a space for introspection, a dialogue with herself where she grappled with complex questions about faith, identity, and the meaning of life. Her entries revealed a young woman wrestling with existential dilemmas, questioning her place in the world, and searching for meaning in the midst of suffering. Anne wrote candidly about her evolving religious beliefs, her struggles to reconcile her faith with the horrors unfolding around her. She questioned the existence of God, the nature of good and evil, and the seeming randomness of fate. Her diary entries reflected a searching mind, unafraid to confront difficult questions and grapple with life's complexities. Anne's diary also documented her evolving sense of self. She wrote about her desire to be a writer, her dreams of a future where she could use her words to make a difference in the world. She reflected on her strengths and weaknesses, her hopes and fears, her aspirations and insecurities. Her entries offered a raw and honest portrayal of adolescence, capturing the universal search for identity and purpose that transcends time and place. Section 5. The Seeds of Resilience: Hope Endures. Despite the fear, uncertainty, and confinement that defined her existence in hiding, Anne Frank never surrendered to despair. Her diary entries, even in their darkest moments, contained flickers of hope, resilience, and an unwavering belief in the fundamental goodness of humanity. She clung to the belief that one day the war would end, that she would be free to live a full and meaningful life. Anne found solace in acts of kindness, both big and small. She wrote with gratitude about the helpers who risked their lives to bring them food and supplies, the glimpses of compassion that pierced through the darkness of their situation. She found strength in the resilience of her fellow inhabitants, in their shared humanity and their determination to endure. Anne's diary served as a testament to the enduring power of hope, a beacon of light amidst the darkness of war and persecution. Her words, filled with a youthful optimism and an unwavering belief in the power of the human spirit, continue to inspire generations of readers, reminding us that even in the face of unimaginable adversity, hope can endure and the human spirit can triumph. Reflecting the Holocaust's horror. Anne Frank's diary, published in 1947, became a poignant historical document. It offered an intimate glimpse into the Holocaust through the personal experiences of a young girl. Anne's words humanized the unimaginable, giving a voice to millions silenced by Nazi brutality. Her diary documented the escalating persecution faced by Jews in Nazi-occupied Amsterdam. Anne's words painted a vivid picture of a world turned upside down. Her diary served as a stark reminder of the fragility of freedom and the consequences of unchecked prejudice. It ensured that the voices silenced by the Holocaust would never be forgotten. Section 2. Beyond Statistics. Humanizing the Unimaginable. Anne Frank's diary humanizes the victims of the Holocaust. The genocide scale threatened to reduce victims to mere statistics. Anne's diary shattered anonymity, reminding us of unique individual stories. Her words painted a vivid picture of a life tragically cut short. She wrote about her family, dreams, and frustrations. These details humanized Anne and the millions who suffered. Through Anne's eyes, readers experienced the Holocaust as a personal tragedy. Her diary connected readers across generations and cultures. Anne Frank's diary ensured the humanity of the Holocaust's victims would never be forgotten. Section 3. Anne's voice. A chorus of millions silenced. Anne Frank's diary, published in numerous languages, has reached millions, transcending cultural and linguistic barriers. Her story resonated universally, tapping into shared human experiences of adolescence, confinement, and longing for freedom. Anne's voice, though silenced by the Holocaust, became a chorus, amplified by millions who found inspiration in her resilience. Her diary entries, filled with optimism and humor, served as a beacon of hope in a world grappling with war and genocide. Her story became a testament to hope, reminding us that the human spirit can endure and triumph. Section 4. A Timeless Warning. The Perils of Indifference. Anne Frank's diary stands as a timeless warning against the perils of indifference and the insidious nature of hatred. Her story, though rooted in the Holocaust, carries a universal message that transcends time and place. It reminds us that prejudice and discrimination, left unchecked, can fester and grow, ultimately poisoning a society. Anne's words serve as a chilling reminder that the Holocaust was the culmination of a gradual erosion of human rights. The Nazis' rise to power was facilitated by a climate of indifference and complacency. Anne's diary challenges us to confront prejudice, and speak out against injustice. Her story reminds us that silence is not neutrality, it is complicity. Anne Frank's legacy challenges us to be upstanders, not bystanders, in the face of hatred and discrimination. Section 1. Anne's World, Our World. Echoes of Injustice. Anne Frank's diary remains eerily relevant today. Intolerance, discrimination, and persecution still find fertile ground. The echoes of Anne's world reverberate in the stories of refugees. We see it in the faces of children separated from their parents. Systematic discrimination today reminds us of the Holocaust's lessons. Anne's experiences challenge us to confront the seeds of hatred. The rise of nationalism and hate speech underscores the fragility of peace. Anne's story reminds us that indifference is not an option. We must challenge prejudice and injustice, recognizing our actions matter. Section 2. Children of Conflict. The Enduring Scars of War. Anne Frank's diary reminds us of war's impact on children. Anne's childhood was shattered by war. Forced into hiding, deprived of education, and robbed of childhood joys, Anne's experiences mirror those of children in war zones today. From Syria to Ukraine, children bear the brunt of conflict, enduring displacement, violence, hunger, and loss. Their scars remind us of the human cost of war. The long-lasting consequences extend beyond the battlefield. Anne's diary compels us to listen to children affected by conflict. We must protect children from war's horrors, provide support and resources for healing, create a world where their right to a peaceful childhood is guaranteed. Anne's legacy challenges us to advocate for peace, work towards a future where children grow up free from fear, where their laughter and dreams fill the air, not the sounds of bombs and gunfire. Section 3. The Power of One Voice. Inspiring action in the face of adversity. Despite the darkness that surrounded her, Anne Frank's spirit never wavered. Anne's story reminds us that one voice, however small, can spark a movement, ignite change, and inspire action. Her words, read by millions worldwide, have ignited a global movement for tolerance and respect. Section 4. A Legacy of Hope, Building a Future Free from Hate. Anne Frank's diary, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, leaves an indelible mark on all who encounter her story. It reminds us of the fragility of freedom and the devastating consequences of hatred and intolerance. Anne's legacy extends beyond her death, offering hope and a call to action. Her story inspires us to choose hope over despair, love over hate, and action over indifference. Anne Frank's diary, once a solitary voice whispering within the confines of a hidden annex, has reverberated across time and space, transforming from a personal account of survival into a global phenomenon. What began as a young girl's private reflections on life, love, and the world around her has evolved into a literary masterpiece, translated into over 70 languages and touching the hearts of millions worldwide. The diary's enduring power lies not only in its historical significance, but also in its timeless themes of hope, resilience, and the search for meaning in a world often shrouded in darkness. Anne's words, imbued with both the innocence of youth and the burgeoning wisdom of a young woman forced to confront the horrors of war, resonate deeply with readers of all ages and backgrounds. Her story transcends cultural and geographical boundaries, reminding us of our shared humanity and the importance of cherishing the fundamental values of compassion, empathy, and respect for all. Through Anne's eyes, we witness the fragility of peace, the devastating consequences of unchecked hatred, and the enduring power of the human spirit to find light even in the darkest of times. Though written decades ago, Anne Frank's diary remains as relevant today as it was when her words first reached a global audience. The world has undergone profound transformations since Anne's time, yet the seeds of intolerance, discrimination, and violence continue to plague our planet. We see echoes of Anne's world in the plight of refugees fleeing war-torn countries, in the faces of children scarred by conflict, and in the persistence of prejudice and discrimination based on religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or any other arbitrary marker of difference. Anne's story serves as a stark reminder that the lessons of the Holocaust, the dangers of indifference, the insidious nature of hatred, and the importance of actively safeguarding human rights for all have not been universally learned. Her diary is a timeless warning against the perils of complacency, urging us to remain vigilant in challenging injustice and defending the rights of the marginalized and oppressed. Anne's legacy compels us to embrace our shared humanity, to recognize that silence is not neutrality but complicity, and to remember that even small acts of kindness and courage can make a world of difference. Anne Frank's diary is not merely a historical document to be read and reflected upon. It is a call to action, a challenge to create a world where the horrors she and countless others endured are never repeated. Anne's story ignites a fire within us, urging us to be upstanders, not bystanders. In the face of injustice, it compels us to speak out against hatred, to challenge discrimination, and to fight for a world where all people are treated with dignity and respect. Each of us has the power to make a difference in our own spheres of influence, whether it be through engaging in meaningful conversations about prejudice and discrimination, supporting organizations that promote tolerance and understanding, or simply by treating those around us with kindness and compassion. Anne's legacy reminds us that even small acts of courage and compassion can have a ripple effect, inspiring others to do the same and creating a more just and equitable world for all. Anne Frank's diary, born out of the darkness of persecution and confinement, has become a beacon of hope, illuminating the transformative power of the human spirit. Her words continue to inspire generations to choose hope over despair, love over hate, and action over indifference. Anne's legacy reminds us that even in the face of unimaginable adversity, the human capacity for love, compassion, and resilience can prevail. Her story challenges us to live lives of purpose and meaning, to embrace our shared humanity, and to work tirelessly towards a world where the rights and dignity of all people are respected and protected. Anne Frank's diary is a testament to the enduring power of hope, a call to action, and a timeless reminder that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit can shine brightly, illuminating the path towards a more just and compassionate world. By embracing Anne's unwavering belief in the goodness of humanity, we can each play our part in ensuring that her dream of a world free from hate becomes a reality.